We're going to be talking about how the Aputure MC Mini could possibly be the most revolutionary small light of its kind. Let's go take a look. Recently bought a 4 kit of this light, which we'll get to later on in the video, which is super convenient, but I really wanted to get smaller LEDs that are wireless, have pretty good battery, and that are able to fit in very small places. So I chose the Aputure MC Minis. Now, I know there's many on the market of small LED lights, of LED lights in general, huge lights to small lights. So why did I go with a light that can fit in the palm of my hand? Well, I've had a couple months to actually use this in action on different varieties of film shoots, musical theater shoots, interviews, etc. So I think I have a pretty good grasp on this light, and I'm going to let you know why I love it and why you might actually want to add a couple of these to your film kit, or even better, your run and gun film kit. With the Aputure right out of the box, you're getting a very great LED light that is also bicolored. So you're going to get your tungsten, you're going to get your daylight, and you're going to get your RGB, as well as full range saturation. On top of that, the level of saturation as well. So you can choose which color you want and how saturated you want, as well as the brightness that you want it at, which is very, very cool. Another thing, right out of the box, you're gonna get 1100 looms out of this light on max and around 200 looms on minimum. So battery life on max, you're gonna get about 2 hours of battery life and about 15 hours battery life on minimum. Saying that they do have a USB-C port conveniently on the side, so if you're in for the long haul and you need more than 2 hours, and you know you will, and you don't have 100 of these sitting by, well, you're able to hook up a power bank or even direct wall AC as long as it's 5 watts. And this bad boy will run all day. They will get a little bit temperature hot, but as well, we're using LEDs, so nothing your hands won't be able to handle. As well as that, you're looking at a full range of pre-built effects on this light. This includes cops, party lights, paparazzi lights, lightning, TV, and that's just a couple to range. Because this light is so versatile, it is very small, it can fit in weird places. It is also magnetic, so there's 2 ports on the back that is magnetic, so if you're in a quick bind, magnetize it on whatever you need that is by you. Maybe you don't have a quick stand, but that is another point towards the Aputure of why they're very good for the run and gun scenario. Now, if nothing is magnetic by you, don't worry. We do have a normal tripod thread or a 1/4 inch thread here for all of the mounts that come with threads. So if there's nothing to magnetize, it's okay, because it's pretty easy to throw it up. Talking a little bit about the overall build of it, it is very good quality. You're looking at the outer bank of the light being aluminum, with the thread also having that aluminum cartridge, which definitely makes me feel better about mounting it on places, although they're very light. And then the back half of the light itself will be a hard plastic at that. When you look at the top of the light, if we just turn this on, you're going to get a full length LED basically display, so you're able to control all of that from the dial on the side, going through your tungsten to daylight to your effects to anything you basically need, saturation, brightness, etc. And overall, you have a power button switch just at the side, right next to your USB-C port. As well, looking at the overall function, you do have Bluetooth enabled lights. So all of these fixtures are Bluetooth enabled. So if you have 1, if you have 10, all the way up to 80 fixtures, they are able to connect and talk to all of them from Bluetooth through your phone. Overall, I would say you're looking at a very cool fixture at a very affordable price. I believe, I'll correct it down below, but you're looking at $180 per fixture, or you can get them in banks of 4 or banks of 12. I currently have the bank of 4, and that one will come with a carrying case that charges all of them as long as it's plugged into U-ground. So very convenient. That whole kit is able to plug in, and then you have 2 actually output USBs, and all of the lights within the kit are able to charge, and they do charge very fast if you're able to throw them on there, take them off, use them while you're on set. So another bonus and a very cool idea that Aputure included within the product. Along with each light, you're gonna come with a couple sticky pads for mounting, a softbox, gel to put over each lamp, as well as a couple different mounting outlets and a USB-C cable. All of that will be included within the box. If you are upgrading to the 4-pack or the 12-pack, you will get a Pelican case of that size that again is able to charge all of them at once, which is really beautiful, and I absolutely love that feature, and it has helped me on more shoots than I can count. Looking into some practical usage of these lights. I know they're small, 1100 looms, that's good, but how good is it, right? I mean, depending on the circumstance that you are trying to light or use, they're good for key light, they're good for hair light. If you're if you're outside and it's very, very sunny, will it help? It's gonna give you a tiny bounce. Honestly, a normal bounce off of the sun's gonna probably give you more. But if you're in a pinch, if you're in a tight space, you don't have a space for a huge sun reflector, one of these might actually be able to help you out there. One cool function as well that they've included within the app is the idea that you're able to program the light by just taking a picture of a specific color temperature or a specific color, and it will redirect you to that basically exact match. I've tried this a couple times and it has worked quite well. I haven't had the need to use it within practical applications, but if you are matching these with lights that aren't Aputure brand and the color temperatures maybe a little bit on, definitely take a look at that color picking avenue. Throughout all the applications that I've been able to use this over the last couple months, I've been quite happy. I wish there were magnets on each side so we're able to bracket them all together. I have 4 lights, so it'd be nice if all of them can be in a panel. If the brightness wasn't up to par, I have used multiple, put them together, and then use that as my lighting source if we didn't have a bigger lamp available at that time. But it'd be nice if they were like able to click together kind of like magnetic blocks. Unfortunately, it's just the back that is magnetized at this current time. Maybe through future upgrades, that is something that we'll see. Through my personal experiences, I've been able to use them within theater as a remote light source that was controlled through any phone device that is linked to the app. That worked absolutely well. Again, with stage lights very, very bright. In moments of darkness, they worked extremely well. And in moments where the lights were on and very, very hot, you're getting a little bit of hair light on your actors, depending on the distance. But obviously, it's not throwing a huge light source at your actors or your talent. Another way we did use it, put it on a couple stands, and we were in a very tight corridor where, in theory, some sun should be coming in. It was a very cloudy day. We had no sunlight, but we weren't allowed to put any stands up, and we couldn't have any AC running anywhere. We threw actually 2 of these, I think, on a little clamp, threw it on top of the door, put it on just a little bit with the softbox on it, and it created just enough hair light for our actors that really gave it that sort of sunset noon type of feel, which was a really cool way to use these lights in general. And overall, guys, from my experiences, if this doesn't sell you on these lights, this whole setup that you're watching right now, this whole video, is all run by Aputure MC Mini Lights. And not only that, it's only run by 4 of them. Let me break it down. On the app right now, it's called Sidious. I believe quite easy to set up. You can create a limited amount of scenes. You can create custom effects within the app. And as well have specific control over all your lights, which I'm going to show you now. So going dark, that is all of them turned off right now. This little glare of light is from the bathroom across the hall, and turning them all back on. That is the power of the app and of these lights. Looking at them individually, just so you guys can see what I did. So I have one that is currently mounted on my ceiling, and it's mounted by that magnetic strip. I have like drop ceilings, so those little metal inserts in between are really great for these lights, and that you barely see them. You don't need stands, and it's ultimately very beautiful and perfect. The next light we're going to, it takes a tiny bit to load per lamp. It is all through Bluetooth. It's going to be my backlight over there. So this backlight that I actually did put in the lamp, I used it so it looked like the lamp, and that is color matched to the lamp, so it matches the lamp through the app that I was talking about earlier. Again, very cool. Next light is going to be my color. So again, this one is on the ceiling of my roof, and that kind of gives me just that nice little hair tip light that really adds a little bit more depth, that, you know, that's a little bit above and beyond. But sometimes, like, that little extra step with that on, it's a tiny bit flat. With that there, it gives a little bit more finesse, I guess you can say, especially if you're very in tune with the color spectrum and you know opposites from there. Moving on to our last light, which is actually going to be the fill light for this, or key light, whichever you would like to use. And that is one of the Aputure lights at 100%, lighting up my whole face, not shooting too much on the background, which is perfect, and just giving me enough essence. So with all four, turning all of them off again, just so we can get an overall feel. That's all of them off, and this is what all of them can do. So this is what 4 can do. Imagine what the pack of 12 can do, and if you are at a little bit of a thought of, I don't know, a pack of 4 is going to set you around $700, but you can start by 1 and you can add up every single time. The only thing you're kind of missing out on is that charging pack. We talked about the lights, we talked about the app. Now, we do have to give a couple negatives overall. When we look at this light, obviously, we're looking at the brightness. If you're using it in dark environments and using it quite a bit, this is the light for you. You can fit it in many different spots. You can have it so it lasts longer than 2 hours. I know that 2-hour mark will be a turnoff for some people, but it's a lot easier than you may think. And that is a constant 2 hours. So if you do have one of the grips or even a first AC, first AD that has the app, they can just turn it off, turn it on in between takes, again, saving a ton of battery. As well, looking at the mounting, I wish they were able to connect together. So if I had 4, I can create basically a panel of a light. You can still kind of do that, but you have to be a little bit creative. And I wish at that price point, it was kind of something that was added within the package, I guess you can say, of each set of lights. Again, if we're talking about filming outside, might not be your best choice for you. Of course, filming outside, lights are tough in general. Even just going with a normal reflector might do you better. But if you want that fun fill to play around with, this is definitely a very cool version that you can do. Looking at the Bluetooth, it's been very compatible and very good with the Bluetooth. I've only had to reload the lights once on it. One time the connection wasn't amazing, but overall, guys, not many cons on this light itself. When you're looking at purchasing a smaller LED light, it really packs a punch. It brings so many features to your fingertips, and it's really, if the bad things are brightness and really the usability of indoor and outdoor in a brighter environment, maybe a small LED isn't the way to go. But if you want that run and gun style, if you want something small that's very easy to set up in darker environments such as music videos, even right now, I'm in a dark environment right now, very easy to set up rather than setting up 4 huge film lights. It's the way to go. Not in all cases, granted, but I hope this video was able to help you guys really consider what these lights can do and really how amazing they truly are. Make sure you like, subscribe, and comment down below if you like this tech review kind of video. I like to personally use the gear that I get for a while before I review it. There will be a couple more coming soon if you guys enjoy this in terms of audio, in terms of lenses, in terms of cameras. There's so much to talk about, and I can't wait to see you guys Sunday.